Welcome, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to manage multiple websites inside of your AttractWell account. So my name is Pamela Zahn. If you've never chatted with me before, welcome to my channel. Please hit subscribe. It helps me. I appreciate you. I'm going to show you how I manage all of my different websites. Okay, so in your AttractWell menu, if you go down to my account and go to website domain, you will see I have a fair few in here. Okay, so the first one that you connect is your primary website. Okay, so this is the first one you get set up, but say you I have other businesses, I want to set those up too. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to hit connect domain, follow the same instructions to connect all your domains. So here's my primary, here's my secondary, I guess we'll call this tertiary. I don't know what the fourth one would be called. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we've got this business, this business, this business, and this business. They don't overlap. They're 4 completely separate businesses. So I keep them all very separate in here, but I manage them all from one account. So let's go through all the different ways AttractWell's made it possible to do this. It's been extremely handy for me. I have to say, I really appreciate that they've done this. It's made my life so much easier. So first, when you connect your domain, all the secondary domains are going to default to have the same homepage as the primary domain because that's the primary domain. So what you want to do is hit change destination and adjust this homepage to be the specific page for that domain. So you do have to go into website pages and create a homepage for each of your other domains, and then you would set those as home here. Okay. Once you've done that, let's go through how you would, customize all the various pieces for your domain. So first, let's go to web pages. So under web pages, what I've done here is I've used collections to organize my pages. So if I want to go to my 108 site here, I can pull up all the pages for 108. I can pull up all the pages for Digital Explorers. So all you do to assign things to collections is you select the pages like this, and then you hit add or move to collection. You can create a new collection, or you can go to your existing collections. All right, so that's how you would assign to collections. It helps you to organize. So with multiple websites, this is really handy. So if I wanted to go to 108, I just click the button and all of those pages show up. So let's start with my primary domain. So I'm going to go into my home page here. On any of your pages, you want to go up to settings and you want to hit domain, header, footer here. And you want to set the domain. Okay. So I make sure that my primary domain pages are set to pamelazahn.com, but my 108 pages are set to 108. Digital Explorers is set to Digital Explorers. You get the idea. So you're going through and you're setting the domain for the page. That means when you hit view, it's going to show the correct domain up top, which is helpful. Now going back into our menu, we're going to go down to customize my site. At the top, you'll see I'm editing settings for my primary site, but I can adjust to 108. If I adjust to 108, I can put a logo for that domain and a favicon for that domain. I can also set a footer for that domain. So it means for footers, you have to go into pages, create a page that's just a footer. And then, so I'll show you, because you might be like, what are you talking about? If I search for footer in here, you'll see all my footer pages. So this is my 108 footer, and it lives on its own page here. And it's got all my information for that business. So then I went into customize my site. I said I'm editing settings for 108, and I set the footer to be the 108 footer. Okay, so now when I am previewing any 108 pages, they will have the right logo and favicon at the top, and it'll have the right footer at the bottom. So that's really important. You can do that for each of your businesses. Then you're going to go to website menu. And guess what? You can do the same thing up here. So I'm editing the menu for, drop down, I can go to 108. And here's my 108 menu. And I can go to Digital Explorers, and here's my Digital Explorers menu. So you want to go through and set your menu for each of your businesses, each of your domains, so that they connect to the right pages. Okay, pretty straightforward so far. I think you're managing okay. So now when we go to things like booking, you might think, well, how do I set my booking to be the correct link? Because I have, so on here, I've got booking links for 3 different businesses sitting here. So when I hit the ... and I hit get link, it asks me which domain it's for. So I want this one to be 108. I hit copy link. It now gives me the booking link with the 108 domain. So you can then customize it here. You don't have to customize it inside the booking settings. It's just when you're going to share the link somewhere, you're just adjusting the domain there, which is handy. So then I paste this into a button on my page and it has the right domain. Okay, so keep that in mind. When you're going on to your colors and fonts, again, at the top, editing colors and fonts for choose your domain. So now I can go through and set my branding for each of my businesses, which is really handy, again, to be able to adjust that. It's been actually just fantastic. So go through and take the time to do that for each of your businesses. And the other thing you can do, which is really cool, is have a member area for each of your businesses. So if you go to member area setup, again, you can see I'm editing settings for, and you can go into the specific business. So I'm going to go into Digital Explorers because I have a member area for that. I can adjust the branding for that business here. And on my specific vaults, when I go to vaults, I'll see all my vaults here for all businesses. But if I want to go into a specific vault and go down to domains, you can set the vault to be just for one domain here. So I only want this vault to show up in the member area for Digital Explorers Club. So that's how you are going to separate out your vaults to keep your businesses separate. Okay, and then the last thing I recommend to help you keep your contacts separate is tags. Tags are really important. So when I'm tagging clients for PamelaZahn.com, I tag them specifically for that. 108, I have my own tags for that. Digital Explorers, I have my own tags for that. Perfect Blend, I have my own tags for that. Okay, so then when I'm going into contacts, I can filter out all of my contacts for specific businesses. And I've created email templates that are branded for each of my businesses as well. So I'm just going to email templates. So you can see the letterhead on these are different because they're for my different businesses. So when I'm sending emails, the letterhead matches my branding for that business. It says the correct information and it's all unique. Now, the one thing that is important to note is that I have one sending email in this system. So the email that I send from is hello@PamelaZahn.com. I chose that as my sending email because it's generic enough, because it's my name, that it doesn't matter if I'm sending from my name email on all of my businesses, because I am part of all of my businesses. So that works really well as across the board sending email. So if you can think of an email that's going to work as a good sending email for each, you can have multiple emails in here, but I believe they have to still have the same sending domain. So keep that in mind. You kind of have to choose which domain is going to be the sending domain. And hopefully you can make that work in here, because that is one limitation I could potentially see you having. But for me, it works really well just to have hello@PamelaZahn.com so I can manage all my businesses from that one spot. And that's it. That's your crash course on multiple websites in AttractWell. And hopefully that really helped you, because I know a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around it. So just to be able to see how I'm doing mine, hopefully will help you kind of visualize how you're going to do yours. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment on the video, subscribe, and visit my website at PamelaZahn.com to access some of my resources there for you to help you grow your business online.